진심으로 너만 바라보잖아. 싫은 싫다고 얼른 말해볼 거야. 계속 기다리게 하지 마. Goodbye. 생각보다 내가 너무 여린 goodbye. 이런 게임은 내가 무조건 잡아. 몰라 사랑이란 모르겠으니까 장난 좀 치지 마. 알면서도 모르는 척했던 거야. 울고 웃게 하는 너도 참 바빠. 몰라 사랑이란 모르겠으니까 장난 좀 치지 마. 장난 좀 치지 마. 하지 마 하지 마. 장난 좀 치지 마. Overdose gonna flow. 알면서도 모르는 척했던 거야. 울고 웃게 하는 너도 참 바빠. 몰라 사랑이란 모르겠으니까 장난 좀 치지 마. 다 땡겼다는 나 그렇게라도 나랑 있는 게 난 좋아. 잠든데도 한계가 있어. 이제는 더 이상 못 참겠다는 말야. 그러니까 날 좀 똑바로 봐봐. 진심으로 너만 바라보잖아. 싫은 싫다고 얼른 말해볼 거야. 계속 기다리게 하지 마. Goodbye. 생각보다 내가 너무 여린 goodbye. 이런 게임은 내가 무조건 잡아. 몰라 사랑이란 모르겠으니까 장난 좀 치지 마. 알면서도 모르는 척했던 거야. 울고 웃게 하는 너도 참 바빠. 몰라 사랑이란 모르겠으니까 장난 좀 치지 마. 장난 좀 치지 마. 하지 마 하지 마. 장난 좀 치지 마. Overdose gonna flow. 알면서도 모르는 척했던 거야. 울고 웃게 하는 너도 참 바빠. 몰라 사랑이란 모르겠으니까 장난 좀 치지 마. Hey baby, all I want is to be loved by you. But you would never take me as I am, it's true.
Hello. Okay, running into some issues. I accidentally had it on private for the YouTube one, so we're gonna find out if that's still going. Okay, there we go. Now it's actually showing up. Hello, Caden. How are you? There's two Cadens. Okay. That's good. I think it's working now. Yeah, I accidentally had YouTube set to private, which I didn't know you could do, which that's good to know because now I can test my chat thing without having it go just crazy with live notifications. Okay. All right. Who's your cousin? Why do you both have the same name? Did he just copy you? That seems like it. That seems like it happened. Let me just double check that this is good. Good. This activity feed is busted, so I gotta pull it up again. So today we are going to be wondering why this isn't set up correctly. Boop. Okay, got that. Hold on, just making sure everything's in the right positioning. Whatever, that's good enough. Okay, so I think we're good. Today, going to be, as you can, oh, look at the chat's screwed up. You can't see it because it's not white. Text color isn't white. One second, let me fix that. That should be an easy fix. I'll look at it. Oh. Opera does not like opening up stream elements. That's very unfortunate. Gotta open up the Arc browser. But but I'm gonna work on making a compact create starting factory. And the reason for this is because I want to be able to quickly make together this factory to like jumpstart whenever I join in any new worlds and stuff. And so it's just gonna be fun doing that, I think. So let's see. Is this the color? There we go. Save. Now the chat is white, so you can actually see it. Alright, we're gonna just do this real quick in a super flat world because I don't want to have to move mountains out of the way. Building stuff. That. World type super flat and customize. Let's do presets. We don't want plains. We're gonna do desert because we don't want any slimes to spawn, and hopefully they won't spawn in the desert. And we can do grass, and we'll just do 10 bits of dirt. Oops. Yeah, there we go. All right, and then done, and then I don't have to worry about that. Boop. Okay. Actually doing a game today instead of a coding one. We'll see if I can resist the urge to start trying to code something. This is just a random mod pack that I put together. It has a bunch of random stuff in it. But the main thing is that it has create, which is again what we're gonna try to be mastering today. Because there's also been an update, I think, which I haven't seen. Where's the original create tab? It's not this one. It's not building blocks. Craft off. It's not that. Where's the where's it at? Does it not have its own tab? There it is. Okay. So that's kind of loud for me. We're gonna need this. We're gonna need our goggles. Of course, gotta put the goggles on. You gotta get the that. Let's see if I can turn off the map. I don't like that map on. Keylines. Minimap, journey map. Options manager is O for some reason. Capital O, 0. Doesn't do anything. Let's try. Boop, 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 boop. Can you do a video on the super soldier serum? I probably won't because it's not. There's really not much to it. Because really all it is just you get faster speed and faster, and like a slightly stronger attack. And it is a secondary power, which means you can have it, it can stack with the other ones, but there's really not much to show. And even the crafting recipe is really, really easy. All you have to do is just get a vial of augmented of your human DNA and then smelt it twice. Toggle all, switch preset. Oh, show hide minimap, Control J. There we go. It's gone. All these slimes are still spawning, which is unfortunate, so we're just gonna go that. Get rid of them all. So we have the wrench here. Basically, we have a few things. Let me grab some signs here. Make this look pretty. Spruce planks. We'll grab oak sign. Boop, boop, boop. This is going to be our to-do list. These are the things that the factory has to do in order to be useful. It needs to start easy. Craft every. What does it gotta craft? It's gotta craft every create component. It has to be able. well, it's got to be compact, obviously. But we want it to automate the base materials. And what I mean by that is in Create there are quite a few things: brass, zinc, andesite alloy, these sheets here, all these types of sheets, and brass hand, probably need to do that. Let me grab a chest. All of these things take effort to get to, so like pressing, you have to have a press set up. Brass, you have to be able to mix it together with copper and zinc, so we want to have some way to automate this process inside the factory, smashing the iron sheets, etc. So we're going to try and get it so that it can do all of those things. We also want a single power input, so you just hook it up to like a big windmill to give it power. What are your opinions on Superman powers? I think with the new update that it has, they're a lot better than they were. And I think they're pretty, now at least, they're pretty decent to use. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily want to play as like a Superman, but mostly because it just, I don't know, if I was doing that, I'd just focus on getting stronger, and then you'd be the strongest, and then that'd be no fun. Alright, so we have some random things here. The first thing I want to try to do is automate the pressing stuff. So these guys right here, brass sheet, this, basically I want to be able to put in any of these, and the mechanical press just handles it. So we're gonna need, I'm gonna do this, I guess just right over here. I'll use dirt. So the mechanical press, if you don't know how it works, it's like this, and actually bring it down one. And underneath of it, if there is a conveyor belt or any sort of depot or anything like that, whenever the item falls underneath of it, it will automatically slam down and take care of that. So I think what I want to do is just have an input, so maybe like a barrel. And then, so a barrel like this, we'll use wool maybe just to keep things different. I want this to immediately just, okay, you want to smelt or you want to hammer stuff, you come in here and put it in. So I'm going to say we need a chute, not a chute, we need a tunnel. Is this a tunnel or do we need a, okay, not a tunnel, we need a faucet. I forget what it's called. I know what it looks like. This funnel. So we put the brass funnel there, where we have to move this press there. So then the idea here being, if we have some iron, throw that in there. This will automatically spit it out, and not only just iron, but also any of the other materials that we have. Then we need to link these up, so we'll grab some chassis. Not chassis. We'll grab linear. No. What are they called? Gear shifts. Gear boxes, my bad. So we'll grab this, and then we just need to connect up this to a main source. So we could do something like this, and then just rotate this guy. Maybe. I don't know how to rotate it, so we're gonna do this. Nope. This. So that uses a couple of gearboxes, but we will need to automate that a little bit. But then the idea is we spit it out here, and it should be good. So let's get a creative motor for now. I'll just put this here. So put this there. So right now this is set up. If we put in iron, it should spit it out automatically, and it doesn't do anything. That is because we accidentally forgot. It also just deleted those items. That's interesting. Why did it delete it? Or did I pick it up? I don't know where it went. It got rid of itself. Okay, the reason this isn't working is this needs to be a vertical gearbox. Which then we run into the issue of it doesn't rotate the bottom part, so we can just come over here and bring it down and then hit it with this. And you have to be careful with these guys because you have to make sure that they keep the rotation correct. Because each time a gear goes in, or each time the shaft, one of these switches, the rotation changes. So you can see the rotation of this guy is different from this one, which is different from this one. So we got lucky there. We don't have to worry about that. But we can grab our sign. And this is going to just be our iron press. Or not iron press, we'll just do press for stuff. Who's stronger, Viltrumite or Kryptonian? Probably Kryptonian. If you're talking in F-Sangs, then it's Kryptonian. But actually, it might be Viltrumite in F-Sangs because the Kryptonians are weak to Kryptonite. And they don't have... Viltrumites don't really have that type of weakness. Hello, Christoph. How are you? I saw your comment asking where the other one went. Unfortunately, I did have to private it because I did accidentally leak an API key. My bad. Okay, so this guy's working fine. We need a way to collect it. Right now it's just spitting it off the edge. So we could use another barrel and another funnel. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna try to edit it to see if I can in order to get rid of that one part of the video, and we'll see if it allows me to do that. Time set day. Slash game rule. Do daylight cycle false. Game rule. Do weather cycle false. DC or Marvel? I prefer Marvel. So I don't know why I put the voice chat mod in here. We might actually be able to get this to be even more compact if we put the belt here and this guy here and this here. That saves us a block and some materials. And we technically don't even need the brass funnels. We can make it cheaper. We could do the andesite funnels. I think the difference between these is the number of materials that they can do, but if it's only doing one at a time, it doesn't matter because this press isn't pressing. It's not doing them all at the same time, so it doesn't matter. So we can put in these 6. It will spit out one at a time, but that's how we can process. So that makes it cheaper. Favorite character's Iron Man. From Marvel, if that's what you're talking about. Okay, so this is now the output for press. We'll do press input. And then this is our press output. And I think the idea is that I want to try to have like the inputs as close as possible to one another. Do I use the factory must grow add-on? I don't believe I have that in here, no. Stop it. at create. The only ones I have in are base create. Hold on. Still base create, and create craft and additions. I don't have any of the other ones, and the reason and I guess create applied kinetics as well. The reason I don't have any of the other ones is because this mod pack just doesn't come with them, and so I'm trying to do it as bare bones as possible to get a working setup you can use in most worlds, if that makes sense, because I want it to be kind of just interchangeable. And so we're trying to just make as compact of a factory as we can. If I'm going to make a member only, can someone join on T-Launcher? I have no idea. I don't technically support any questions related to T-Launcher, but if it works as a regular thing, then I think it would let you log in. Me and my cousin have to go. Okay. See you later. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, so we have the press. We don't need it to be super fast, so that's good enough. The next thing we need, we could automate the mixing of andesite. Andesite or brass, actually. We'll try to do the andesite first. Or wait, no, we need iron, hold on. What is the mechanical saw used for? I think we got to modify that. I was very proud of a 6-piston engine you built in that add-on. It would blow up all the lamps because it was too good. That's really funny. I made in a different mod pack that I had, I made an engine for, I made a whole factory that was powered by 4 steam engines. And then it was the create add-on that allows you to have magnets to generate electricity, or spin magnets around for electricity. I had a pretty good base going on with that one. It was a lot of electricity that it was generating, but I didn't, unfortunately, have things blow up because it was too good. We could duplicate this, actually. We could speed it. Actually, I don't care if it's slow. 24 stress units. I think the idea is this can be powered with a, that's going the wrong direction. I think the idea is that this can be powered with a windmill, and so we got to make sure that the stress for that is good. Do I have the mod that lets me build cannons? I doubt it. Cannon. I have a potato cannon that shoots potatoes. Unfortunately, I don't have many create add-ons. Alright, so we need the mixing bowl. Not the mixing bowl, the basin. And we need the mixer. So we want to be able to create andesite alloy. Which means we got to mixy this guy. And this does need the... Oh wait, hold on. Yes, I believe it was create new age. Oops. Now, I always get confused with these basins because you have to input... You can't just assembly line it directly in. So I can't just put andesite and iron ingots on here because it needs to go in on 2 different sides. Because when you put the input into this barrel with this, you're not able to actually... It will try to fill it up basically with all andesite, and then it won't have any room for the iron nuggets. So I need a way to separate the two. One way that I've used before is to have 2 conveyor belts, going in. I just read your message. I'm going around YouTube asking people's dream blunt rotations. I'm here to ask yours. I can't give you an answer. Maybe come back another day and ask that question because I have not thought about it at all. Not one bit. Dun, dun. Let's see. So let's put the this guy here. I think this is rolling the wrong way. It is rolling the wrong way. Dun, 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 dun. So we're gonna need to rotate that out. Well, this could be. No, we gotta rotate it back. I wonder if can we put it here, like this, and then we use this to rotate. Let me move it over on this area first, just to see what I have to do to get it going. So basically we need a minimum of 2 conveyor belts going in. Do I use other superhero mods? Yes. I have been using the NBC Heroes, and I think it's actually in this mod pack. NBC. Nope, wait. At NBC. Dude, this is annoying me. At NBC. At Heroes. Oh. So the NBC Heroes I have in here just to test it out and kind of see what it's all about. I use... It's not technically a superhero mod, but the Tensura Reincarnated mod is a pretty good one for giving you, like, powers. It's not 100% real powers, but it's basically superpowers. I've played with some of the Ben 10 related ones. Lots of different I've played quite a lot of them. Funnel. I think if we grab a funnel like this and like this, and then if we force it to be andesite and... Oh, you have to use brass funnels. Yes, I've watched both of those shows. I've watched every episode of each of those shows. They're both pretty good. I know there's a Slug Terra mod that actually came out recently that maybe I might take a look at and do a review on. We're gonna have to use a brass funnel though, because electron tubes. I gotta put that here. So otherwise I'm gonna forget that I need to automate that. We need the mixer. Put this here. Boop. Okay, so if we have this spinning like this, then we can do a brass funnel there and brass funnel there. Me, Waluigi, J-Slat, and Kirby in the 14th Doctor from Doctor Who. That's crazy. Oh, the Slug Terra mod is good. Still waiting for F-Sang to do something. I have no idea what happens on Discord. Yeah, he is taking his time. But, I mean, it looks like he's got some good changes coming, it seems. But it's just taking quite a bit. Rotational, creative motor. Creative motor, boop. Is that rotating the right way? Nope. It's rotating the absolute wrong way. So, easiest way to fix that, add another one. So now those are both going the right way. So then the mixer has to be kind of on top of it like this, and we need to connect it with a cog wheel. And where's the easiest connection point going to be? Probably over here. Cog wheel like that probably, and then take it, change the rotation of the motor. Oh. Well, yes, I could change the rotation of the motor. Why do you have such smart ideas? You're just so intelligent compared to me, apparently. Okay. Then we're gonna let's grab a gearbox. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. Just to make it look a little tidier. So I think now if I put in this and this, it should spit it out and make... Oops. No, you do not. What are you trying... For what are you trying this factory? Oh, so... I'm going to be doing a survival world, I guess. And I want to be able to quickly get into create. Oh yeah, the funnels are backwards. I wanted to be able to quickly get into create without spending so much time doing it. And so my solution is to make this this little factory, this compact factory, and then just load up the schematic for it using like Lightmatica, and then just do it from there. Can I put a funnel here? I can, actually. Okay. So we might be able to use this compact. And actually, this can be saved. We can save some room here. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, you're spinning the wrong way. Boop, 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 boop. That's a lot cheaper to do it that way. So we could make this go underground a little bit and then store the stuff there. But this looks like it works. It spits off equal... Oh no, the funnel pulls it out too early. Okay, so we can't do that. We have to have something that either stops the funnel or we have to use a conveyor belt. I mean, you could power the... Starting the factory without plans in a creative world most of the time ends up painful. Starting the factory without a plan on a creative world most of the time ends up painful. Well, that's why it's painful here instead of not painful in survival. Why don't you just make it so members can join? I can't be a member, but I think people would like the idea. Potentially in the future. But this SMP is going to be with some other people. Play. Alright, so we could just do... No, it has to be up higher. Oops. Let's grab shaft again. And my mechanical belt. Boop. We could just offload it right here. It wouldn't matter. Doot doot. Horizontal? No, horizontal. So now this should slow it down. Or not immediately spit it out. Andesite. And iron nuggets. Oops. I actually have to grab them. In the survival world, are you planning on making a lot of buildings? Yeah. Most likely. Most likely going to be doing a lot of building and stuff like that. So this is... Oh, because this has to output down, doesn't it? The funnel out... Or this guy outputs downwards. Yes, like that. It'd be better if you lower the exit. Yeah, just figured that out. Just realized or remembered that it has to be lowered. That goes in the opposite direction. So we'll do... Stop it. This, stop. This, stop. Okay, we need to rotate you. Rotate this way. Rotate this way. Nope, okay. I'm gonna have to come down underneath it. Oh wait, no, shift. Hold shift. Boop. Nope. Boop. Nope. Oh, holding the wrong one. Why are you doing this to me? Do I have to be behind it? What? Stop! Just go the other direction. I don't know how to get the wrench to rotate very well. Move. Apparently it does not want to rotate this direction. Oh, wait, it was right. Hold on, I just had it right that whole time. Hold on. Rotate it like this, and then rotate it like this. There we go. And then we can place this guy here. Wait, what? This is trolling me. Oh, because I rotated... I think I... Wait. Processing. I just did this. What do you mean you're not connected? It's worth a shot. Need some space here. Holding space for this conveyor belt. So this is going the... I need it to go this way, which means this is going the wrong way, which means I need to flip it. Okay, so now I need to flip it twice. So here to here. Why are you still going the wrong way? Is it because this is... I love Create so much. It makes so much sense. So one... Okay, what if I did this? If I grabbed a chain drive, I don't use these very much. But let's see if we can do a little bit of something. 'Cause then we don't have to come over here. Oh, no. I just tried to control, undo. Go back. We need this for again. Boop. Go back up and put that guy there. Do I watch anime? If yes, did you watch the Bible too? JoJo Bizarre Adventure. I do, but I don't watch that show. I've never watched any of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Could do this. And this. And... No, what is that doing? Oh, wait, no, chain drive down like this. And then do this. See, that just seems not great. Is there a way I could simplify this? Let's see. So if I take the chain drive and bring it up, we could do... Can I take this and connect it vertically like this? No, cannot. Because you'd need a bigger gear to connect it. Connect the two belts with the third belt, maybe? What do you mean by that? So connecting these two with... Oh, spit out all that stuff. So let me put this wool here. Barrel. There we go. And a regular funnel. To make it cheap. I like the randomness in Doctor Who. Oh. You will then like JoJo's because it's that cranked up by 100. Might have to give it a try. The two parallel belts can be connected with the chain drive. You mean here? These two are parallel to each other, so connect them with this. Yeah, chain drive back. Boop. Does the chain drive go down though? Does that connect at all? So then we don't need that. So is that cheaper? I think it is. Because we have 1, 2, So we can't convert. Yeah, okay. So that actually looks... Oh, why aren't you spinning? Why aren't you spinning anymore? Dun, 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 dun. Starts kind of slow, but part one, then it gets bonkers. Could do that, but can it come down? Belts do carry their rotations with it. Well, yeah, I know they carry their rotations because the rotation isn't changing. The reason that rotation was changing over here was because we were using the gearboxes. So I guess we could just do this, and then this to save a little money. Because how expensive are the encased chain drives? I don't think they're actually that expensive. Oops. Recipe. Yeah, they're just andesite casings with that, so that's not that expensive. You meant not chains, the belts? Wait, belts do carry the rotations with other belts. Try with only the wood rotation stuff. I don't know what you mean. So are you saying connect these two belts together? Like this? Boop. Add another belt? Oh, you mean like this. Connect. Why don't you connect? Fine, connect here. Stop being so sassy. What is your problem? You have to go down. Dun, 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 dun. Now connect. Dun, 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 dun. No, wait. This has to come back, and this has to go here. Like this. Well, so it has to go down directly one block, like this, though. Which, oh, hold on. Hold on. Boop, boop, boop. This, and then this. I gotcha. There we go. Oh, but then okay, so then we just have to stop it from spitting out this side. There we go. Yes, that is way cheaper. Don't break that because it looks ugly. So now that is, yeah, that's way cheaper. Can I move this closer? No, I don't think I can. Thank you, Scarl, for the suggestion. I never thought about using belts that way. Let's see if we can, let's make sure there's nothing else we could optimize. Or first, let's make sure this still works. Grab the andesite. Andesite and iron nuggets. One thing I want to see is if I put in multiple of these and multiple of these, does it get... Okay, it does look like it stops a little bit. So it's making the andesite alloy, but it's not spitting it out. Is it spitting it out? Oh, it is spitting it out. I just can't see it because it's going so fast. Why does it say it has 20 andesite? Oh, because... No, I don't actually know why it says it has 20 in there. Unless it's just taking forever to spit it out. We're dropping frames today. I don't know why. Let me check YouTube real quick. This says excellent connection, so we're still fine there. Is it Twitch that's suffering? Twitch has something good. Or Twitch is good. Oh, I didn't see the only child. How long ago was your message? Dun 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 dun. Oh, the multi-chat is yet again not working. Sorry I didn't see your message. Twitch chat is just bullying me. And it wasn't showing. Now I gotta move it over here. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Is the spinning thing on the top cheaper than the belt? Talking about the... What are you talking about? This thing? The cogwheels are cheaper, yes. Can I put this here? Ooh. Can I put this here? I'll move this closer. Oh yeah, that saves more space. Dun, dun, dun. And then we technically don't even need we don't even need this extra belt, saving space. Oop. Nope. Reconnect. There we go. All right, so that saves us a single belt. Dun, dun, dun. Try with that. Does it work? What do you mean? Try with the... Dun, dun, boop, boop. With the cogwheel? The cogwheel, you can't change directions very easily because I would have to come... The reason I have to use these guys is because it needs to go down directly. Dun, dun. Watching your previous video for the Heroes mod, I was wondering, how do I get the energy cells? Do funnels suck up items from depots? I don't know. I can test it real quick. But first, let me answer that other question. Sorry, getting crazy. Energy cells are not... Let's see. In order to charge things, if you're talking about F-Sang, charging things in F-Sang's thing in his add-on pack, you need an external mod for it. So you need... Why is this still going? There's just so much andesite. You need a mod like... it depends on what version you are. Like RF Tools has... If you're on Forge, RF Tools has power that you can use to power up the stuff. If you're on Fabric, there's a mod called... what was it called? Let me look it up real quick. Fabric Power Mod. Energized Power, it looks like, has electricity. Basically, just look for energy mods that support your version, and then it will most likely help fill up the electricity. It's unfortunate that F-Sangs doesn't actually have anything in it to do that, but oh well. There's 12 iron nuggets here. This is still going. It feels like it just takes forever, probably because it's so slow. But we do have the andesite alloy. I think that's pretty compact. I think that's as compact as we can make it. So now we need to move it over to this guy here. Basically flipping it. Because we have the input box here, which is like here. We need to get the correct funnels. Need 2 of them, like this. Oh, I wish I had World Edit. Copy paste this over. Or I could make a schematic, I guess. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Devo, sorry. One second. Boop, 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 boop. I'm pretty sure they don't take... Oops. Wait, let me put this here. Do this, and this. Then basically... Well, this actually... Hold on. Stop it. Attach, attach. So basically this, to see if it sucks out of that. I don't think it's going to. Let me spin this guy the other direction. Spin this guy the other direction. Let's see. The belt goes on here, goes onto the deep. Oh, okay, so it does take it off of depots. So you are able to just stick things on depots, but I only use depots for... I actually don't like depots too much, because I find that they're kind of annoying. when it comes to pulling things off. I guess I don't really understand too much what their use is for. Like, I know it's for you can place things on top of them. And you can pull stuff off. Or have, like, the mechanical arm do it. I guess that's kind of the only point of it, maybe. It can provide items for processing. Yeah, just moving around with the arms. Yes, Santon, I am learning Create a little bit more than I have in the future. Or in the past, I mean. Alright, so let's move this over again. So we have this, which, if we think about it, is flipped. So to the middle and the right, and then there's 2 conveyors on that one, 2 conveyors on that one. Which we can actually... Nope, that's going the wrong direction. That is going the wrong direction, because we want it to go... belt. Not that way. So maybe I just pull it. Oh wait, no, I can... No, I don't want to pull it from here, though. Hold on, I'm getting confused. Maybe I should just make a schematic. I'm just gonna make a schematic. Then I can rotate it. I think it's a blank. Blank. Nope. Blueprint. Nope. I forgot what the... Stop. Schematic is called. Diamond crit sandpaper. No. Ugh. It's schematic. Did I just spell it wrong? I might have just spelled it wrong. Yes, I did. Huh. That would do it. Schematic table, I think you need to make... Yeah, it's to save it. So I click on... Basically... Because I need to be lower than this. So we'll click on this point over here. I'll just put dirt here. Boop. Shift right click, or do I have to do this? Now that writes to it. Hold shift. Use as a recipe ingredient for writing at the... Oh, so I have to schematic and quill. That's what I need to write it. There we go. First position set there. Second position set here, and then we should be able to use control. Hold control to scroll up. And then we just get rid of the underneath elements. We don't really need the dirt saved. Why is there a big hole down here? I already forgot I put that there. Alright. I'd watch all the Ben 10 series, not continuing reboot. Or did I? Yes, I did. I even watched the reboot. Back, you have fabric, so what should you install to get energy cell in Heroes? You can... The mod's called... Let me switch to a display. Boop. Ignore the fact that this display is messed up, but this energized power mod looks like it has what you want. It has a bunch of different technologies, but it also has an energizer, which I believe is what you need. There's also charging gadgets for fabric. So let me do... How do I get back to search? Discover mods. Charging gadgets. Fabric. 1.20.1. Maybe it's not in... It might not be in Modrinth. Curse Forge charging gadgets. Fabric. Here we go. This here just adds in the charging things. Oh, but that's for 1.18.2. So that one won't work. So yeah, I tried the energized power. energized power one. My favorite alien is Diamond Head. Am I ever going to use other building mods like this? What do you mean, other building mods? How do I save this? Schematic name, temp mixer. So now we have to grab a regular schematic here. And we put it in here and do right. And then now we can place the schematic right here. Boop. And we need to rotate it. So hold left alt and scroll. So we need to rotate, which I think we do control scroll, yes. And then scroll back down to move, X and Z. Hold this and we can move it side to side. Basically, I want this to go down. No, it needs to go over one. Other complicated mods that are the same, like I'm using now. So other besides create, you mean? Probably not. Probably not. So the input goes there. I could put this down in the floor like this. Then what that does is, well, maybe bring it up. You tried playing F-Sang World lately, but was kind of disappointed that there was not a real way to be an Asgardian. Yeah. You could always change the crafting recipes in order to get an Asgardian, the Asgardian apple stuff. Because don't you need to get the apple for it? Oops. Okay, let's try to... Oop, whoa, go back. Let's try to paste this. Print. Boop. So... we gotta connect these up. The power for the previous one came in here. Which means we need to connect up these two guys to a power source. So we're just going to use... well, I kind of want it to do underneath. So that you can walk in here, you can see, oh, this is for Andesite mixer. You say, okay, I'm going to put my materials there, put the press input there. I would like them to be a little closer together. But I don't know if that's going to be possible. Because I would have to... well, actually, it might be possible because we just have to connect this here. And then this connects... oh, it doesn't connect the two belts. We'll have to connect it with a piece here. So let's try to redo that. Excuse me. Blup, 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 blup. I used to have a F-Sang server for people to play on in the Discord. But I did see there was quite a few problems with it, especially gameplay, keeping it balanced, and trying to get people not to go crazy, but also letting them have the powers that they wanted. I ended up having to make a store for them so that they could get a lot of the powers that either were too hard or weren't easily obtainable in survival. So that's how I had to kind of do it. So I kind of understand your issue with playing it in survival. Okay, so now these two guys are really close. And you can do... alright. See you later, Christoph. Whenever you are back. Mix... wait a minute. So now we need to connect these guys to the same power source. Oh, creative motor. There we go. So the motor can come in. If it goes here, it's going the opposite direction. So we need to connect it basically here. And we need one to rotate it. Why didn't that work? Oh, because this is backwards. Alright, so that's the wrong direction, but we just increase or flip the direction like this. And then this guy, can we just directly go into here? Is it going the right way? Dun, 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 dun. We need to actually belt the thing. You can see Krypton and Viltrumite causing chaos in a server. Yes, it definitely did, because people were rushed to get those. And they had those. I tried to make it really difficult to get, but within like a day or two, what I did was I made it a requirement that they had to go to the moon. Like, you had to fly out of space or into space to get it, and they still were able to do it in a day. Let's play a game. I'm going to say a quote from a movie, and you have to guess which movie. Just an excuse to say one of the goofiest pieces of fun fact. No. Okay, go for it. You're out of lab class? Finally. I've been sitting here waiting for you this whole time. You never understood how create worked? Well, it's just a bunch... Once you just think that it's... or understand that it's just spinning stuff, it doesn't get too... I mean, it looks complicated, but you can just know that there's two types of motion. There's clockwise motion and counterclockwise motion. And the idea is getting that circular motion from one place to the other, and flipping it when necessary. So like, for example, here we have clockwise motion, which is going this way. I want to attach this to this conveyor belt here. So to do that, I'm just going to put this gearbox, which is just taking the clockwise motion and turning it into counterclockwise motion all around. And so we can just put this here, boop, and there we go. That's not the right way. So we need to do actually not this, boop. Two of them, boop, boop. There we go, feed that back into the output. Do you think, because I've heard that quote before. I'm pretty sure I've seen that movie, but I don't remember what it's from. I'm doing good, Cow. Thanks for asking. How are you? Okay, so we have the input. That's nice. We have the input for those. So these two guys, or these two sections at least, are working. So we have the press output, the andesite output. At least there's no loading issues on Vanilla Create. Your 6-piston engine would stop working if the chunk deloaded. There still technically are a little bit of loading issues with Vanilla Create. It's just not as common. But yeah, the more complex they get, the higher the risk that it's actually going to unload when you run away. Spy Kids 2, The Lost Island of Lost Dreams. Yeah, see, I know I've seen it. I just didn't know where that quote came from. But I don't know if it came from I mean, obviously it's in that movie, but I don't know if it came from that before, because I'm pretty sure I've heard it in other places. Okay, so we've successfully automated two different things. We've automated all of the plates. We can now make all of these, because it's just smashing these. We've automated andesite alloy. Or not fully, but throw in iron and, you know, throw in andesite. And then I'm actually going to move chat over. I just realized it's in the way of that thing. No, it's fine over there. And we need to do zinc, brass, the electron tubes for sure, the brass hand. I downloaded it, so do you know what it could be called in the game? Probably the Energizer, I guess. It would probably be called like Energizer or Energy Cell or something like that. But if you're on Fabric, I'm pretty sure there's an F-saying bug where getting a energy item and using it will crash your game. So you might want to switch to Forge if you're using that, because I don't think he's fixed it yet. Alright, we need to do... Or what was I going to do next? A kids movie that isn't that good has the philosophical line. Who says Spy Kids 2 wasn't good? You don't... Well, you only crash if you put energy into it. Don't forget, andesite is craftable with stone and diorite. The only problem, though, is... That's... Yeah, cobblestone and diorite. But, at that point, I'll just probably mine the andesite. Because nether quartz and cobblestone, yeah, you could get a lot of cobblestone easily, and I know you can automate the cobblestone, but I'm trying to keep it relatively simple. We'll see what it gets when I make some of the other stuff, because then I might just throw in like a cobble gen, and that could be fed into the other sections. But I really want this to just be easily set this up, and then don't have to worry about making all of the base components, just needing to get the raw materials for it. So let's look at the brass recipe here. Brass needs copper and zinc over a heated blaze burner, which is annoying because the blaze burner needs to be obviously heated. So we need 3 ingredients here, basically. The copper, the zinc, and coal. Or you could use wood. How long does wood last in a blaze burner? Let's see. Wood. Let's just grab this stripped oak. Welcome back, Christoph. Boop. Okay, so that lasts 14 seconds. So it's not the worst, but it's not the best. Blaze straw mod is a lifesaver. I don't think I have that. What does that do? I assume it helps manage the burning. But basically, I'm going to need to do this exact same thing with just a blaze burner underneath of it, which we do have to change the configuration a little, because not only do we have to get stuff into the blaze burner, we can't use this method. Actually, no, we can. We just shift it over one. That's all we have to do. So we put the basin on top. You can directly feed lava to blaze with pipes. Oh, that's actually really good. Yeah, I can see how that would be really useful. We're gonna do this. Grab my belt. Oop, oop, oop. So this is just like the other one, except instead of outputting out here, it's gonna output out to the side. And why are you not mixing? Oh, because I didn't put in the right amount of materials. So it's gonna output to the side. And then we still do the 2 inputs like before. So putting, oop, get that off. Get off of there. Oop. No, it's gonna be like this. This. Belt, there. And then we're gonna connect the same, we can still connect this guy the same way. Oh, no, we're not going to be able to because it's too far. Dang it. One. Can we connect it here? I don't think so. I think that's also way too far. Yeah, it is. So if we go down 1, We might have to flip it and do it on the other side. Boop, boop, boop. And connect it there. Part 7. In Dojo Part 7, he can summon in Jesus order. He can summarize, or can be summarized in Jesus orders a paraplegic and an Italian with a spinning metal balls as a weapon to kill the 23rd president of the United States. That's definitely bizarre. Falls in the bizarre category. You replace the basin out with a depot. Maybe that way you can save space and not shove the belts away. You can't mix things in a depot though. We're trying to make brass. That way you can save space and not shove the belts away. Yeah, I'm not really sure what you mean by that, because we need to have the basin because we're mixing things. We're doing some mixing. Boop, boop. Not the basin itself, the output instead of the belt. Put it to a base, or put it to a depot. Oh, I see what you mean. So do this. I don't have a depot. Depot. With a funnel. So you're saying this basically, and then the brass funnel, or the regular funnel, to suck it out into a chest. And then the chest being like right here. Can we put the chest here or no? Well, then we still have to go with a belt. Because we have to get it from here into a chest. Which would require another belt here. Oops. Place the funnel on the chest and change direction? Does that work? No, that doesn't work. There's no way. Oh, get on there. Yeah, no. It's got to be attached to the depot to pull it off. Oops, I missed. And it also has to have one block higher. You can't put the funnel one block higher. If you put the funnel one block higher, it doesn't connect anything. It connects to this. Because you have to connect it to... It has to be on the side in order to take it off of the depot. I don't know what you mean. Because we could do something like this. And just spit it out like that. Oops. Why doesn't that fall in? Go in. Oh, because... Oh, shift. Boop. Put the chest one block higher of the depot. Oops. Yeah, I mean, they're still not connected, though. Then funnel on the chest. Yeah, you're not... It's still not connected. There's a big gap. You can't put it any closer, because then it interferes. Wait a second. Does this work? No. It still does not work. Hold on. Let me make sure this is not the right... What? That actually works? How does that even make any sense? What? That is crazy. How... There's nothing there. It's not... There's no... Okay, well, that shouldn't work. I'm glad I now see that it can work, but that is crazy. Okay, whatever. So I guess we'll be using this method to get it out, and we can actually modify this one over here. Or we're doing the same thing here, actually. But you're saying we could do this with the depot and we save... Well, what's more expensive, though? The depot or the belt? this takes 2, which is that. And then the belt takes 2 things, but just a little bit. So this just saves like 2 pieces of coral base, or 2 pieces of kelp. This dried kelp recipe. So it is an improvement, technically, not a crazy one, but that does. I don't need this. Oh, technically saves 4 pieces of kelp. Man, 4 kelp profit. If only kelp didn't spawn in gigantic stocks, but okay, no, that's good. So clearly Scarl knows what he's doing, or she, they. All right, so pop that stuff into there. We can do the same thing then, actually the same exact direction for this, because now there's nothing stopping us. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Did I just eat that? I did. Belt. Let's do this to this. Boop, boop. Okay. And then we put the chest here. The barrel thing here. Put in the funnels. Gonna have to use this and this, because we're gonna have to filter by filter what? Copper and zinc. Dun, 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 dun. Boop. Boop. So now that'll place it correctly. Can we use the same method to put... No, there's no way. Yeah, no, we can't. I was gonna say if we can use the same method of depot to suck it in, but no, we cannot. So that spits that out and spins in there. I'm trying to make a starter factory that I can just make a schematic of, and then just easily just light up the schematic and then just fill it out and build it. So then I can take this into any survival world that I go in, pretty much, and just easily set up a starter create factory to speed up my building of stuff. And then also this just teaches me how to use create better. Like learning tricks like this. Okay, we need to connect. These are all vertical or horizontal gearboxes, so we'll just do this, this, and this. I forgot you were filtering. Why you were? I forget why you're filtering the alloy. The reason I filter them, and I could just be, could be that I just don't understand this. But when I put in multiple, oops, stop it. When I put in multiple of each, when I don't filter it, I find that it gets clogged. It doesn't equally spit them out. Grab this, put this here. Oh, wrong way, man. Wrong way. Go the other way. It doesn't equally filter or spit them out in here, and then it gets stuck, if that makes sense. Because if it takes, like for example, it takes a bunch of, or I put in a couple of stacks of zinc and then a couple of stacks of copper, it would take turns spitting out zinc on both sides, and then it would just be full of zinc. The belts would be full of zinc and the copper couldn't get in, if that makes sense. There could be a different way to fix that issue, but that's the reason I am doing that. And then I can also put a filter here, or I also want to put a tunnel, boop, underneath it so it can drop coal down here. And this coal is going to go down into the belt for this. Make a separate one for each. Well, I don't necessarily want to make a separate one for each because I'm lazy. Because the way that this room, I guess, or this area is going to be, is that there's just input boxes and one input for each machine. And then I want it so that you can put it into, like, for this one, this machine, all of this stuff is going into the press. This one, this is going into making alloy or andesite alloy. And then over here, it will make all of the different outputs, which I'll eventually, or could potentially mix them all into like a single chest. Otherwise, just for now, they're just here. We could save on a belt here, actually. We could use that same trick that we did over here to use a depot instead. Okay, I'm doing that. Let's see. So, depot here. Oh, wait, no. That's not the same, I don't think. Is that the same? No, I don't think it is, because we still have to have the one for this. We can move this in by one, which I might do in a second. But first, stop getting distracted. Need to pipe this into this guy. So we can just have it, I think just have it straight up fall down. Like this. Boop. Boop. And then I need to see, does the coal stack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it stacks a little bit, so we just have to be careful. I know you can use like a deployer to get to put the deploy the coal right into this guy. I don't want to do that this time though, because I don't want to have to create a deployer for this factory. I just want it to run as cheaply as possible. The brass is already cutting it close. The blaze burner, we don't have any choice. We have to get that. But I think this will now just drop coal down here. And we can use a vertical gearbox. Vertical gearbox to drop down. Do you have the train and oil add-on? I don't think I do, unfortunately. Oh, just kidding, I do have train. Well, trains aren't an... I don't have the add-on. I have regular create trains. Oil? I don't think we have oil. Yeah, don't have any oil. Shaft, shaft. Nope. I gotta rotate this one more time. Boop. Could be horizontal. And then we need something... no, we need to move this back. Boop, boop, because we need to have a depot here. This depot stops everything from flying off of the back of the rail. And we grab the belt again. Okay, so now what this should do is nicely spit the coal out on the bottom. So if we just put, oh, there's a piece of coal here. So put that coal, oh, I might have the chute the wrong direction. Or the funnel the wrong direction. Might need to do this. Sadly, no factory must grow. No, so no oil, gasoline, napalm, and plastic. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I wish that there was, but I'm pretty sure the mod pack I'm going to be playing... I'm not making the mod pack, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to have any of those. Can I put a filter on a bottom funnel? This is not sucking it in. Is that the right direction? Yes, it is. Does it suck it in when it's out of energy? No, it doesn't. Nope, no planes. Basically nothing fun. on that? Sorry, sitting down. Ugh. All right. So this does not pull into the blaze burner, which is unfortunate. Let's see if there is a way we can do that. So we could probably put it in from above, but we can't do it from above. We could use a mechanical arm, but that's way too expensive. We could pass in liquid, feeding blaze burners. Yes, we can right-click this. We have to make a deployer. We don't need you to be... Oh, no, we have to put it in. Is blaze cakes too expensive? I've never actually made a blaze cake. So let's see. Recipe. But my guess is yes. Blaze. Oh my gosh. Blaze. Cake. Oh yeah, way too expensive. Well, I guess that's not technically. What does this do? Gets them fired up. It overdrives them. Will there be another Roblox Live anytime soon? Maybe. I'm not very good at planning things, so it's very possible that there could be one. So I don't think I can... Oh no, I can. Put coal in this. Boop. There we go. And I gotta put this shaft back. And this belt, which I accidentally deleted. Roblox is also banned in your country. What country are you in? That Roblox is banned. That's crazy. Okay, we need to get this in here somehow. Can I put a funnel here? And then do this? So it falls here, then gets sucked up in here. Is that gonna work? Cool. Boop. Nope. Did I put this on backwards? There we go. TR. Does that mean turkey? Is that what that means? Oh, we need to give this dumb thing electricity. Oh, wait. We can just do this. Gotcha. Alright. We got some artificial intelligence now. So the coal should just go down into this thing, and then it gets sucked in to the deployer, and the deployer will manage the deploying of the coal into the blaze burner. So it's a little expensive. A little more expensive than I would like, but we can look at cost cutting here in a second. Let me hook up the cogwheel for this guy. Easiest is probably to do... technically the easiest is going to be to hook it up over there. But we'll just... Oops. We'll just hook it up right over on this end. Like this. I just realized I can't really even hear my Minecraft. The music is just too loud. We don't have any band games? That's lucky for you. I don't have any either. Speed requirements. It appears the speed of this mechanical mixer is not rotating fast enough. So we're going to have to do at least 60. But this should be spitting out... Yes, it is. It's spitting out brass. what was the power source of this factory. It's going to be potentially a windmill or a water wheel. Something cheap. Probably going to be a windmill because it has a lot higher stress. Because I need to know, I'll have to plug in and I'll have to see because we don't want it to obviously be too stressed out. But I'm going to measure the stress once we... Actually, let me just measure the stress now. Stressometer. Is that the right way? Yes, it is. So right now we're only using the 1,000, not even 1,000, 600, 700 stress units. So we will we'll see how much it does. All right, can we shorten this at all? Or simplify this at all? The power comes in this side. It's got to power these two belts. The input is there, similar to how the input is here. I'm not very good with wind turbines. I usually skip them for steam power. Well, steam power is way too expensive for me. But the wind turbines, I don't find them difficult at all. I just grab the mechanical... Is it mechanical? Or is it a rotational? Your country does spend a lot of money on soccer stadiums for no reason. It's funny. Windmill bearing. Boop. You just take this. Then you grab the sails. Like this. Boop. And you just connect them. In any orientation you want. It really doesn't matter too much. As long as it's not like that. And then you take your wrench. And you right click. Oops. Right click the bearing with an empty hand to attach the structure. Just kidding, it's empty hand. And boom, a windmill. 2,560 stress units. To make it go faster, you just need to do a bunch of cog wheels. So switching from fast to slow, or big to small, and then there we go. And now we have a rotational speed of, nope, speedometer. Rotational speed of 80 RPM. It doesn't look good, but that's why you stick it in a windmill. Or in a building. The only thing you remember about your country's soccer is you once beat Man United. I don't follow soccer too much, so it's okay. I won't judge you about how bad your country is at soccer. I think that's good. Let's try to schematic this. Where's the corner? So this is the output. Let me break this. Basically here. Over to here. And then pull it up. And then make sure nothing is really in it besides this stuff. Okay, looks good. Right click. This is a brass mixer. What do you think about overuse of the belts? What do you mean? Oh, are you saying, like, what is my opinion on factories that just use a bunch of belts? Because if that's the case, I actually like the look of belts quite a bit. I mean, if I had a factory, you can add one more. Where can I add one more? Because I like... Oh, you mean... Wait, hold on. I'm thinking. Are you talking about here, maybe? To connect these two belts? But I like factories that have a lot of belts going on all over. The cogs that fly. Oh, you don't like these flying cogs here? You don't like them? I did already make the schematic. I bet you mean something like this. Oops. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. You mean like that? Because I do like that. That's actually a good idea. I could do that over here too. Yeah, we're doing that. Let me grab brass mixer. Okay, so we can probably place this one right next to the other one. That's the output. So Alt, scroll. Rotate. There we go. And then Alt, scroll, move X this way. Then move Y this way. We can actually rotate this, maybe. Because is it intersecting? No, let me try rotating. Oops. Because then we're able to put them closer here, and they can attach. And they can be all buddy-buddy. Wait, no, but the input is here. So that... Oh. That ruins that plan. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. How many more do I plan on making? A couple of more, at least. Is that gonna cause issues? No, because it outputs. I think this is fine. Let me break this. Excuse me, dirt. You're in the way. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So that looks fine. Alright, we're gonna print this. Bonk. Alright, it was not mad because these two were connected. Alright, so we can adjust this. This is spinning the wrong way. So we break that. We need... Can we just connect them like this? Nope, that's also spinning the wrong way. So we do need one to go this way. That's the correct direction for that. We're going to do the belt thing here. Don't worry, don't worry. Connect the two belts. Get it spinning. And then we need this guy to just go here, actually, I think. Oop, nope. This needs to change direction. Which we cannot do unless we use a vertical gearbox. There we go. Okay, so that guy is powered. Everything is pokey and ready. We can fill this in with dirt. Like this. And there we go. We have the next section of the factory made. This is going to be brass output. Brass input. And then for doing things like decorating it, I'm thinking we can just grab some... How does stone bricks look with create? Does that look good at all? Do something like this. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, well, we will be building something around it to make it look better. Because this looks... You can tell there's a little bit of a funnel there. But that doesn't really matter. And then you can cover this stuff up, though, with stairs. I'll just do this for now. I'll change all of the stuff later, but basically you just have all of your inputs there, and then it comes over. Well, it's going to be like a factory, not necessarily a house. Okay, so that takes care of brass. Zinc. Zinc we just smelt. Is there a way to is there a... Oh, bulk blasting. I haven't tried to set up a bulk blaster before. Maybe that's something I try to put in here. Oh, there's a nuclear furnace. Bulk blasting might be fun to try. Make some chimneys for the factory too. It's probably going to be like a little mini factory. All right, but zinc doesn't really need to be crafted. The next thing we need to do is electron tubes. We can make iron sheets, but we need polished rose quartz. And obviously automated crafting, but I don't think we need to have the crafting. We just want to automate the sandpaper of rose quartz. I'm okay with crafting a little bit. This is just enough to get it so I don't have to spend forever doing it. Like, oh, my iron sheets I can just make by throwing in there. My alloy I can just throw in here quick. Pressure plates and speed of belts are important for bulk blasting. Yeah, which is gonna be a challenge because I don't really have any speed control yet. Because I don't really want to make the rotation speed controller. But I'm gonna have to. That's another thing I want to do. I want to be able to... Precision mechanism. I want to try to make this. I want to be able to make... You can't make gearbox. Well, you can with the crafting thing. But I want to be able to make cogwheels. I know you can deploy. You can mix, but deploying's easier. Because you can also automate this by sending in the andesite alloy. So I think the next one I'm going to try to do is actually the cogwheels. Cogwheel automation. You just throw in the andesite alloy and the wood. And it makes it. So we're going to put this here so we know that we're making that. And also large cogwheel. The house in the distance is a structure, or it's a village. Looks like a modded village to me. Bum, 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 bum. Yep. Uses a lot of campfires here. Luckily, they're not all lit, because that would cause a lot of frame lag. For sure. Let me head back over here. Alright, so the next machine is going to be an automated cogwheel. And there's two steps to this. One is placing an oak plank on a shaft. Or I guess there's three steps. The steps are to make the shaft, place the oak plank on the shaft, and then make... you have Alex Cave. You can nuke them. You want to see me nuke them real quick? Oop. Nuclear bomb. Flint and steel. All we need is a chicken jockey. Right in the center of town. Right in their nice tree. Alex Mobs does have pretty good animations, I will say. They did put a lot of effort into it. This is what you wanted. You wanted them all to suffer. Uh-oh. I'm glowing. Now we may or may not be radioactive. Clear. That poor village is no longer. I don't think anyone survived. Hello? Were you in your house? Nope. Yeah, I think I got everyone. You're just evil, Scarl. You make me do bad things. I don't think so. The radiation shredded even the ghost souls apart. Better get this nuke out of my inventory before I accidentally use it over here. Dun, 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 dun. All right, next step. Making the... whatever I said, the cogwheels. We have the input here, or somewhere. We'll just say here. The input is going to have a couple of things, because it needs to make the shafts and a mechanical saw. We're going to need this. And we're going to need the alloy. And alloy. And we're going to need a funnel. Not this funnel. We need the funnel that can... Actually, we don't... Okay, so hold on. We use the regular funnel. We just spit everything out onto a conveyor belt. So like this. Bum, 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 bum. Then we use the tunnel to decide where everything's going. So we'll have... Let's see. Can I just put the saw here? Will that work, actually? I'll just do this? I can. Have you ever tried Ziri's Hero Pack? That one I have not actually tried. In fact, I haven't even heard of it. Mechanical saws you have to put in a recipe filter for when you're using andesite alloy on it. Otherwise, it will not actually craft that. It will craft a bunch of other things. Actually, it would craft a bunch of other things if you were... Oh, no. Yep. It would cycle between all of these. Which I thought this would make a shaft. Why isn't that one... Shaft. Can we not craft these? I thought we could. Yeah, sawing. Yeah, okay. It's just weird. So I put that out here to get chopped. And then once it's chopped up, we take it... Let's see. We take it this way. Bum, 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 bum. What am I looking for? Belt. Boop, boop. Which I think it has... Or can I move it in one? I don't actually know. Let's see if this works. Let me put a creative motor on it. Really? Okay, choppy. Vroom. The direction of saw spins matter too, yeah. Also the speed matters. If it goes too fast, it won't cut. Alright, let's just shove in this stuff. So it comes in here. Oh, I had it the wrong way. This way. Let's make this spin. Okay, so there it does spit it out onto the belt, which is good. It's not good that it spits it out over here too, but that's okay. We then need to, so it comes over this way, and then it comes to we need to put it in the hands of a deployer. Because the deployer is going to place it on, or no. This line needs to go up 2 deployers, and this line is where the deployers. And I said I didn't want to make deployers, but not gonna have a choice. The deployers are gonna put wood onto the shaft, and then move it over here. So let's grab this. I have watched Invincible, yes. You can feed the deployer sideways. I know you can feed it sideways, but does it deploy onto the belts sideways? It's like, will it put something here? I don't think it does. Because it won't, a shaft won't stop here. Yeah. Or is it because this needs to be spinning just to check? Yeah, because it needs to be up and down. So we'll do this here. And then it'll stop here. We need to get the wood up in here. And not only that, we need to have a way to turn on and off which type of cogs to make. We could always just feed the cogs back in, and then we just have one deployer that does wood. Okay, this needs to come up. Nope, or just break. You be dramatic like that. That's fine. We need to bring this up by 1. Can I connect this here? Oh. Boop, boop. This here. Minus Markiplier. I don't know if I have a favorite Mark variant. I mean, from the looks. Actually, in my Invincible review. Oh, sorry. In my Invincible review, I said which one was my favorite. I think it was the. Also, I forgot his name. Yeah, I don't remember enough. Mark Zuckerberg. Mine's actually Mark Wahlberg. Okay, so we need to feed these deployers from a belt, which means they need to have some sort of tunnel going into them, which means they need to have some sort of shaft or conveyor belt going into it. Like this. What do you mean you can't connect? What? Boop boop. What's your favorite movie that he's played in? My favorite movie. I wouldn't have you as a villager in my trade hall. Yes, that's a good quote. Did you get that from the Spy Kids 2 movie? I mean, probably the favorite movie that he was in. I like the Ted movies. I don't necessarily like him in them, but I like that. I like the Ted movie themselves, so. Boop. Can we do this? So now the wood comes up here and goes in here. Except that breaks the whole saw thing. So we gotta bring it back. Oops. Bump, bump, bump. I need to bring it back 3. Oops. Potentially. Boop, 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 and boop, boop. So this comes out here. We put a brass funnel here. Then we put in the saw here, 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 here. Rotate. Really? Rotate. I don't think I mean shoots that go upwards? I didn't know they could go. I thought shoots meant go up, only down. What do you mean? They can only go down, I thought. Or can they be... Oh, do you have to... You have to put a fan on it, right? And fan blows it up. My ceiling fan. I don't know why there's ceiling fans in this mod pack. La 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 la. Well, oh, so I can't fan. Encased fan. What's the recipe for this? It looks expensive. Oh, it's not even that bad. Okay. So I'm assuming it would just be... Well, I mean, what's wrong with the conveyor? I guess it's ugly, but if we put the fan here and put the chute here, 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 items move. How do I get this to wrench? There's a fan. Is the fan upside down or something? Where's the attachment for this thing? Is it on the bottom? It's annoying. Oops. So then if we just do this, it will shoot it up the top. Oh, dang it. It just shoved the coal in the... Hold on. Andesite. Coal. You're gonna spit it up. It's not going in. Oh, wait, because... we need to have... Nothing... Just asking if you like using them. Well, I don't know. I've never used them before. And if I can use them to get up, like here, and get onto the belt, that'd be nice. Am I streaming every day? Not every day. I'll try to do like 3 to 4 times a week. I'm gonna go back to the conveyor belt, I think. What is this? Oh, gantry shaft. I'll try to use the upward chute if it gets a little messy. Boop, boop. Rotate this guy this way. No, you know, there we go. Okay, so it comes in here. The andesite goes this way. Everything else goes this way. Then we can use that mechanical belt trick to move them like this. And then let me just grab oak wood. I don't really care if it's any favorite anime. My favorite one would be that time I got reincarnated as a slime is pretty good. Kaiju number 9. Is it Kaiju number 9 or Kaiju number 8? I don't remember, but that one's pretty good. And My Hero Academia, I enjoy. Eight. It gets me confused because isn't there a number 9 in the show that shows up? Well, yeah, I know there's more than that. But I think in my mind I expected 8 to be the last one. But then there was more. More human ones, human variants. Or not human, but you know what I mean. The special ones. Okay, so this comes up here and spits out... Of course it needs to go the other way. I think that's spinning the wrong way too. This is the most powerful, yeah. This is rotating the wrong way. Boop. Now it's rotating the right way, I think. Let's throw on a andesite just to see. Boop. No, it is not going the right way. Now it is going the right way. It's just very, very, very slow. And then it's good. And then we say... We could do a belt here to connect these, but that is the wrong way. I'm trying to think, because this needs to be... To get the cogwheel versus the non-cogwheel, we have to be able... It's a... Because the first time it goes through, we create a shaft, and then we need to put wood, and deploy the wood down into that, the shaft, and then it pops off, boom, it's done. But what we need to do is also be able to, when we feed in cogwheels, the cogwheels come and they don't go through here, they go through this side, actually. Can't you connect another upward belt with that belt? I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but what I need to do is I need to move... I want to put cogs on this one and then move them over to this belt. Is what I was talking about. It's like lowering... lowering that and then spitting this out here. And this would have to be its own little belt. And then to connect them all, we do this and then this. And I think that's the right direction. Andesite. Alloy. Is it the right direction? Yes, it is. So we can do it there. And this is the wrong direction, so we're gonna have to do a gear, not a gear, oops. How are we gonna connect this up? Oh, with a tunnel. Doesn't need to be a fancy tunnel, it just is a bad tunnel. Can we do an opening here? No, we cannot, because it has to be going in. Or we do a tunnel here. Oop. And spit it off here. Only problem with that is that's going the wrong direction. So we can't have this here. Yep, we can put this one here. Does that still do it? So this here, make sure. Oh, that's not the right direction. How is this one not the right direction? It's going the same way as this. And I put the same thing there. How are you not the same? Wait, what? Is this the right direction? Did that just turn it into a vert? Where's it going? Come back. Okay, so that's odd that this thing here moves it differently. I guess it's because it's on different sides. So can I just rotate this? Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. Why does it... On this side, it goes this way, but on this side, it goes the opposite direction. Both of these are spinning clockwise. That's spinning clockwise. This is spinning clockwise. Is it this thing? Why doesn't it go the right way? What? Okay, so if we think, this is spinning this way, and this is spinning. Wait, how does that make any sense? They're spinning the same direction. It's all spinning the same direction, so why does it shift from one side to the other? Try to go in a square with the belts. Well, we're going in a rectangle. I don't know what you mean by a square. This is annoying. We can't put it there. We can do... So yeah, the reason we can't put it... Oh, okay. We can do a vertical. So let's do a vertical gearbox. Not a vertical slab, please. This. So if we put this here... Here... No. Dang it, there's no way to rotate that one. Okay. Let's do the... Nope. That doesn't do what I want. You may use a depot to prevent the wrong direction. You mean a depot here? Pop, 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 pop. Depot. I still just don't understand why, though, that it does not go in the right direction. I don't understand that. Boop. 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 But will the depot actually... Place a third shaft to make... Yeah, I know how to get that. I'm thinking of grabbing the cogwheel here. I'll put this here because I want to see... Oh, we can't use this anymore because we need it to do... Or can I just put something here to say don't? Nope. Am I gonna have to use a brass funnel? Maybe. So I think I want this. And then I'll just put something random here so that it doesn't go off. We're just trying to change its direction. There's probably a cheaper way to do that, but okay, so if I stick a cog in here, it spits out. What? Okay, this can't be. Wait, what? A hobby. It's not my full-time job. Okay, so the funnel, the problem is the andesite funnel sucks in or it grabs stuff first. It has priority, apparently. And so when I put in something like a cogwheel, it's split in between the two. Also, this doesn't get pulled off. Oops, I need those shafts. Come back. Yeah, this doesn't get pulled off of the thing, so we have to use another funnel to grab it? No. How do we pull it off of here? We used a funnel going in the direction of the thing. So can I do a funnel like this? Wait. Here? Is that the right way? Doop. No, it has to be a connected inventory. But I don't think you can use a depot here. There's no way to get it from the depot onto the rest of it. Can tunnels pull? No. I don't think they can. I mean, oh, you mean like, maybe, hold on. Put this guy on it. Oh, apparently it can. Okay, so we don't need that then. We need the cheap one. So tunnels can pull. Okay, so at least it's spinning in the right direction. Try to move it all one block to the right. No. I don't want to move it. Oops. Hitting the wrong keys. Grab this. So the problem though still is this, which we need to do a blacklist, which we can take a filter, I guess. And you can make a blacklist here. So if we put in a cog, we could say deny list. And then we deny the cog. So now the cogs will only go in this side and then get spit out. Probably not Christoph. I don't think I will. So then it does that. I want to try to make it cheaper though, because this is way expensive. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4 brass things. Not a fan of that. Oh, also does this? Okay, that goes in. Andesite. We need another filter for andesite. Also a deny list, and put that here so the andesite doesn't try to travel up this guy. Then we'll take. We need to connect this to something. It's gonna be the best way to do that. Could just straight up end it into a box, actually. So, grabbing the funnel. If you're gonna use a denylus, you can remove one of the brass andesite, right? Hold on. No, because we need good building too. I will go now. Hope you string in. All right. Thanks for stopping in, Christoph. Tunnels. Yeah, so the tunnel, this tunnel has to be here to stop or to send andesite this way and the wood this up here. This funnel we need. This funnel we need. This one, the reason I have it here is so it doesn't spit out things this way. Because right now, if there's nothing here, it's going to spit things off at the belt. And I don't know if you can shut off a tunnel's direction. I thought it was automatic. Because if I put a tunnel like here, I can't just open the side. Or close this side. It has to go in. But we can we'll just close it off here. Put this here. Boop, boop. Tunnel, 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 tunnel. Shoop. Is that too close? Is that gonna work? That might not. So depot doesn't take the cogs out the tunnel. And the depot does, I mean, it will receive them, but it's not going to, like, if I turned this off and replaced it, let me grab this. If I turn this off and replaced it with an andesite tunnel and put cogs in here, some of the cogs are gonna spit out the side here. Or exactly half of them. Or one of them, I guess, went in there. And that sucked it up a little too fast. So I think... hold on. Put this guy back. Oop. I mean, take out the tunnel. Does the depot receive the cog? No, because the conveyor's going this way. It'll spit it off the end. Boop. Like that. Boop. Because we have to, the belt doesn't line up perfectly here because we have the gearbox here to spin the saw. And so we have to use this stupid method for an L. I wonder if there is a better way to change directions for belts in Create. I don't know if there is one. But then again, I don't know. Don't know Create that well. There might be. Let me grab this here. We gotta expand it by 1. Oh, you broke it. Tunnel, secret tunnel, secret tunnel. But then we can put the... Stop it. This here. With our funnel here. And then that goes in and ends the loop. And then we need to connect these two with this. Something can go here. It's the wrong direction, of course. Let's see. Is there an easy way to connect these two with belts? It does not look like it. Oh, we could... No, because that changes the direction. So I think we gotta go like this. That's not terribly expensive. But it's not cheap either. Vertical gearbox. Let's bring this guy up. So that's not terribly inefficient. It's not terribly inefficient. And not terribly expensive. The brass funnels are a pain, for sure. But the belt's not that bad. Just checking to see if there's any cheaping out I can do. I could technically cheap out here with a single shaft. No, I can't. Okay, well, that looks like as cheap as it's gonna go. Let's see if this works. So the idea is that we throw in andesite and oak logs, or oak wood planks. And the andesite should go get sawed up. And it looks like the filter is not doing what it's supposed to. Okay, whatever. Let's just make it an allow for wood. So there it goes. It's placing, or it's creating the cogs. We want to see, if I take these, if I throw in then the cogwheels should go over on this side, which they do. And then they become the bigger cogwheels. So that works. I think it's just more of a... How do I get the items out of here? Right click. That works. I wonder if there's any better way to do it. We could move over. No, we can't move it over because I have to go up here in order to plug it in. We could use a blow up thing. No, that's still... I think this is as good as we're going to get for now. Let's grab the schematic and quill and pop that down. Do we not go underground with this one? No, we don't. Hello, iTurboXD. How are you doing? Just building some create factories. Yeah, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Cogwheel line. Boop. So then I'm gonna grab the schematic. And schematic table. Cogwheel line. Boop. Now we gotta find out where we're gonna shove it in here. We could rotate it. So this is gonna be a starter factory. The idea being that when I start a new world in an upcoming SMP that I'm gonna do, I want to have a starting create factory set up that just has everything already made or everything already automated. So like for now, or right now, we have a press that's automated. The andesite alloy is easily made. The brass ingots are made. All you have to do is just come in here and throw in the ingredients. And then the outputs all just get spit out into the back. So we're just trying to automate all of that stuff. So all of this as well. We just did the cogwheels are automated. Then gonna move on to the electron tube, the brass hand, that stuff. Just so that I have that ready to go for that survival world and can easily get started with create, I guess. I still have to build everything, but just having it all tidy and neat like this will just help me speed it up. So I don't have to sit trying to figure out how to redesign everything. I think I'm going to put this way. Position, rotate, like this. Where's the input? This is the input. So we're going to do move X, boop, 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 and then we're going to move this way, boop, boop. And there we go. Is that intersecting anything? Uh-oh, it might be. That's going the wrong way. No, why did this have to be going the wrong way? Because we need this too. Can I rotate this? 180 degrees? I think so, right? Yeah, I think I can rotate this. Let's try it. Wrench. Boop. Nope. Boop. 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 No, I can't rotate it. Because it's gotta transfer this. Okay, so this guy then cannot be touching it. It's gotta be over one. So basically right here. Print. And now we take in this. Go boop, 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 boop. Take our sign. We say this is for cogwheel input. So you put in your andesite and your wood to create cogwheels. And I'm going to have to automate pulling all of these back out, I think. Which I'll do at the very end. I'll just have a conveyor that comes around the entire outside of the factory and then just spits them out right here in the middle. We'll say cogwheel output. We do need to give this some power. We have a line here, and I should be able to just connect it here actually, and it should. We're gonna find out once I connect this. Oh, it's going the wrong way. Of course. So we'll do this. Boop. There we go. Everything's running. Current stress is 2,000. Stress. Oh, wait. Yeah, 2,000. Not even 2,000. 1,700. 1,800. So that's not actually that bad. Is this enough? Is this... Let's see if this is enough, though. Let me throw in 1, 2, 3 of these. Just see if that gets... Did that spit it in? How did it get up here? Did I forget the filter? Or did it just... It might have messed it up. It did mess it up. Copying and pasting the... Still lower than me on exam day. That's funny. Yeah, the filters got switched around. They need to be rotated. Boop. And this was andesite, but it doesn't really matter. Because this guy only pulls in andesite. Error occurred. Please report to create. That's funny. Alright, cogwheel goes... Oh, this is a deny list. Oh, yeah, so denying the cogwheel. Regular cogwheel comes here. And this guy needs to be rotated this direction. So that it goes this way. So now it should cut the andesite. And then it sits there and waits for not one, but two. Oh no, it needs way more than two. Let me just grab a bunch. Genius Bandit says, what? Yes, I am. Look at Genius. Totally not getting a bunch of help from Scarl and doing it all myself. Okay, that's 3 things automated. 4 things. No, technically 5. Or multiple. It's 4 lines done. Okay. The next line, so we did these and these. So everything down here is, well, I did. Say what? Zinc you technically don't automate. You craft it, but it's here anyway. Electron tubes. Those need polished rose quartz versus sandpaper. Sandpaper of rose quartz, which you can mix. But we're saving money. We're not doing this. We're just automating the really tedious part, which is the sanding. And to do that, we just need to have sandpaper go up and rose quartz come down. So it's pretty much this exact same setup, except we remove all of the difficult pieces. So I'm just gonna spawn this in. Gonna rotate it and just use this exact thing. Whoa. Boop. And this is just, we don't need the saw, so we're not sawing anything. We do need to spit out, instead of this filter up here needs to be sandpaper. Actually, is there a way to repurpose this one? I just realized this doesn't have... This needs a filter of something. Boop. Is that right? Yes, okay. We might be able to repurpose this one. So we don't need this, or even if the saw is there, we take in this instead of just cogs. We could filter in cogs and the only problem I have with that is you have to know exactly how much you're making. Whoa! What is this guy doing? What is it? Oh. Excuse you, sir. When did he get a full elephant? Let me trade with you. Anything good? No. Sombrero. Come with me, sir. Oh! The elephant has a chest. He's got bananas. Can I pick him up? No. Don't worry, I'll handle this. Can you just stay down here for a second, sir? I'll go get your friends real quick. Don't worry, you won't be alone. You won't be alone for long. Boop. Come with me, llama. I need to show you something over here. This is where I keep all of my explosives. Boop. Flying is so slow in vanilla Minecraft. Everything in vanilla Minecraft is slow. PP, this, 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 this. What? Hold on. PP, this, 6.5. There we go. Now I don't have to walk back here. Hold on, villagers. It's worth it. Trust me, just be patient. Oh, I thought he disappeared. Come here. You're coming with me. Perfect. Hey, where do you think you're going? Come here. You sit right here. You too, elephant. Come on. Flint and steel. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. You hang out right there. Whoa, I just duplicated the elephants. Guys, mods, can we get a poll? Is he gonna survive? Look how far it blew me away. Chat, is he cooked? Look at all the smoke. Oh yeah, he's cooked. Look at all the stuff that you get from it. Cave centipede, crimson mosquito larva, maggots. Delicious. And I get a healthy green glow to go with my achievement of blasting them to smithereens. Boink. All right, let's see. We need to... Okay, so I was thinking of using this one, but I don't think I'm going to do that because, as I was saying, if the other one gets clogged up by throwing in a bunch of wood and like pre-prepping it, then it's not going to work for sandpapering. So I'm just going to make this one specifically for sandpaper. So I'm going to clear the filters. How long does sandpaper last? It depends on what you're using. But when I set it up, I'll just check. Like rose quartz. I think it's like 3 or 4. Oh, gotta be in survival mode. I think it's 4 or 5. 2. Oh, it's way more than that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 pieces. So then just always do in batches of 8 is what I'll do. Or just keep it loaded up with paper. So sandpaper, and we need the rose quartz. So the sandpaper goes up here. Why is this funnel here? Do I need this funnel anymore? No, I don't think. Yeah, because I can just go up like this. So sandpaper goes in here, and then rose quartz goes here, and then we leave a dummy thing here. And this has to be rose quartz. So the rose quartz comes down, and the sandpaper gets sandy. So let's do this, and let's just get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that is equal. Let's take away a few pieces, and then power it with a creative motor. There's one. Boop. I think we power it here. Oop. And so the quartz comes through, hangs out right under, and then we take the sandpaper and go bzz, 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 which is perfect. So that design is rather easy. Let me grab the sandpaper out of its hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. Give it to me. There we go. So yeah, we just copy this now. Rather easy. Sander. Let me come over schematics. And because it's pretty much the exact same thing as the other one, I can put them next to each other. Oops. Put them next to each other without any issue. In fact, they should be able to connect rather nicely. Rotate. Is that the right way? Yes. So connect here, and that should actually be good if we paste this. Oops, alt. Boop. Yep. Now, no issues there. It is a little expensive, but we don't care too much. We gotta fix the filters. No, the filters worked this time. Oh, nope, it didn't work for this. Rose quartz has to come this way, and this has to be some blank thing that doesn't care about. Sandpaper that... Okay. And that should have only added a little bit of stress. Yep. We're about at 2,000 stress right now, which again, this thing produced... How many stress units does this produce? 2,000. So even this junky windmill still produces enough to do all of this, which is good. Grab a sign. We'll do sander, and let's just say 8. 8 pieces per. And that is these guys done. Again, just trying to get rid of all of the manual labor. Or not all of it. Everything but crafting. Crafting is fine, but I don't want to sit there doing sanding by hand. These guys we can make pretty easily. We have all the ingredients for. The next thing is to be this line. And this one's going to be a little more complicated. How many deployers have I used so far? 1 deployer, 2 deployer, 3 for the blaze burner. So, just a few. Center output. I'm excited to see how many blocks this is going to end up being. Hello, soybean. How are you? Okay, we're gonna need to basically replicate this guy, but it now has 3 parts. It's gonna have to be a loop. So it's gonna loop around, go through the 3 deployers. That's what I'm trying to say. It goes, so it starts here, if you can follow the grass, starts here, it comes down here, gets deployed once, twice, 3 times. Then there's a check here to say, is it finished? And if it is finished, we output it. If it's not finished, we cycle it back around, and then it comes back in here and gets deployed on again. And then from this input, we also need to have a gate that comes here and then files up into the deployers, just like we do here, so that they can actually deploy the correct things, because we need five cogwheels here, 5 cogwheels here, 5 cogwheels here. 4 tunnels, 3 deployers. Yes. Actually, no, we don't need... We can get away with 2 tunnels. There's 1 tunnel here. 1 tunnel on the end. These we can just make be... So let me just start placing the conveyors. Shaft, mechanical belts, like here. So if we do that, then this one leads into it, like this. Oh, nope, like, nope. There we go. Like this. Then this one here. And actually, it doesn't... Oh, it does need to be this big, actually. Each deployer will need to be filtered, yes. And then this is just one big line, I think. I can get away with one big line. Boink. 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 So that's gonna go. And we don't need a deployer, or we could actually move the deployer. So put the deployer. Although, hold on, we gotta make sure that we can get it up. So we'll do barrel and tunnel, funnel. Put this here. Just trying to make it perfect. Oh, nope, that's not perfect. This there. Then put the funnel. So this spits it out here. Then we have the tunnel. And the tunnel's gonna need a filter. And we need the filter to have this, and iron nuggets. And so this is the allow list. So we put this here and we say belts. Are you gonna connect? No, of course you don't. What if I do this? Dang it. What about a funnel? Is that gonna connect? I don't think that's how that works. Why don't you just... Oh, I could put the depot here, I guess. But then that's the same 30 or 45 degree angle. Boop. That we did before, but whatever. So then this needs to come up to here, like this, which we need to do. Actually, we need to move it over 1, because in order to get it off of this depot, I have to do this method where we suck it up with the funnel and then a tunnel. A tunnel and a funnel. So we need to move this back 1. Which might mess with the deployers. So this guy here. And then... this guy here. And then here to... See, now we're messing... Yeah, we're gonna have to move the deployers. Stupid deployer things. Because here we have to have the funnel with suck on, which it does. And so this will now just deploy here, suck it in here, go here. Oh no, I forgot the whole reason I did that. Dang it. So this has to be here because you can't place the funnel on a... you can't place the funnel here. You have to be here. Deployers can touch each other? Yeah, I know they can. Okay, so that spits there, and then spits here, and then it comes up. As for the deployers, we need to do... Rotate them, and it's a good idea for them to touch each other because then you can have them share rotational force like this. So now all of them can be powered with the one here. But how do I stick stuff into them? I could go one... No, because it needs to... How am I going to get the stuff inside the deployers? So I have a tunnel. I go feed it in through the top. It's not a great idea. I could feed it in through the side. Like this. But then the deployers are too high. Which means this would have to run up one. Or we could lower this. Yep. I just made that conclusion. Lower this belt. Bum, 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 bum. Like this. Excuse you? What are you doing? Okay, then we can actually move the deployer over one to save some space. Like this. And then we put... Now, I don't remember... Oops. Stop it. Undo yourself. Do these... Will this suck the stuff in? It's in the right direction. Because we want the big side towards this. So that should bring it in right. Oh, we have to use the brass funnels. Because we need filter. Unless we filter here. Hold on. We might be able to filter here. So it goes iron nugget. Then small, then large. Let's try to get this thing spinning. Yeah, that's basically everything. Put this here. So if I put this here, will it go into this guy? Okay, it does get sucked into this guy. So that saves us. We don't have to spend money on... Or we don't have to have brass tunnels, which is good. And then we do need a brass funnel here, though. Or tunnel, not funnel. And this guy filters out the precision mechanisms. Press. What do you mean, press? We don't need a press for these guys. We just need pokey, pokey, pokey 5 times. Or are you talking about the golden sheet? Pressing the golden sheet. Because I suppose I could do the golden sheet here. Will it get ignored? I mean, that is another sheet. Oh yeah, no, I need a press. There's so many presses. Will this ignore everything else? Because I don't want it to get smashed multiple times, if that makes sense. Do it right before the loop. It shouldn't matter. Oh yeah, I know there is. It shouldn't matter though, necessarily. Because, hold on, let me place this over here before I forget. Oh, it's already over there. It shouldn't matter because I'm thinking that it's not going to try to press anything. That's not this. Because let me try to put like this guy here. Yeah, so it wouldn't necessarily matter. So it's just if I want to make it, if I want to save on shaft costs, moving it over here. Let's put this here. Or here, let's check to see if it smashes an in progress one. Here, let me get this thing spinning. We can just shove it in. Meow. 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 Make these guys faster. We don't have all day to sit here. Oops, wrong way. Meow. Meow. You. Meow. So, we should be able to shove in all of the ingredients into this box. You, and you. There's a potential that some of the items get spit out, but I'll just leave that to me to fix. Uh-oh. What happened here? It's doing the... I need a filter. Darn it. I need a filter here to say don't spit out anything. I thought I had that filter, actually. Where did it go? Or did I delete it? Might have deleted it. Come here, all you. Are you spitting this out? Knock it off. The deployers are deploying. They are actually not deploying. That is a lie. Filter. So this filter needs to go here. There. So now we shouldn't have that problem. Let me just sit here and collect all of the pieces that it's... Is that all of them? Alright. So now if I shove... I've already got a bunch of big of those. So we're just going to do that and that. And so those should get sucked into that one there. Why are they still getting spit out? Stop round robbing it, Robin in. Split, force split, round robin, force randomize, prefer nearest, synchronize inputs. Okay, what if I did this? Oh, that deleted it. Put this to deny and put it here. So now it's not going to put anything but that. Filling up my conveyor belt with all these big cogwheels. Come here. They're too fast. I can't acquire them. Okay. That's all of them. Oh, it's trying to do something. We need to give it this. Oh, I was just about to take them. Okay. Speed up. You're a little slow. Okay, so now they have everything. So if we take a single gold ingot, or multiple, just say 5, I guess. That should be enough. I don't know. So that skips right under the press. Is that because this isn't spinning? Oh, none of these are spinning. The deployers are, in fact, not deploying. Creative. Boop. Oh, maximum overdrive. Oops. I have the thing backwards. But it is working. I had it backwards, but it's still working. Let's see. Let's see some finished products. Come on, you can do it. There we go. It's spitting out finished precision mechanisms. Perfect. But we do need to change this because apparently the recipe is this, this, and then this. Which it technically doesn't matter, but... So let's do this, this, and this. Oh. Gimme. 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 Little, big, little. And let me take these off of your hands. Alright. Time to make this actually function properly with a single input. Should have kept this. Creative. Engine. And we have a regular gearbox, a vertical gearbox, and shaft. Okay. We'll say the input is from the side, because it'll probably go right here. So the input is coming from the side. I'll say this side. We need to, oh, we'll say this side actually. What actually comes in? Gearbox like that. 2 gearboxes, that powers those 2. We need to increase the speed. We need to power this one. Perfect. We need to power these 2. So we'll stick a shaft here, and that goes the wrong way. So we'll instead do a vertical and then a horizontal. And then put this here. That's, oh, that goes the wrong way. We should be able to put it here, I think. Nope. We'll do the same thing. Vertical. Vertical, and then gear. Wait, what? Aw. Hold on. Brain is confusing. Let's get rid of this shaft. How do I get rid of this one? Where's my wrench? Wrench. If I get rid of this one here, boop, then I can go gear to gear. Oh. Gear shaft. Shaft. There we go. And then, of course, we have to power these things, which doesn't really matter. We can just do... Yeah, I don't really care. I'm just going to do this. Save on money. Okay. That seems to be a fully functional, with one input, fully functional thing. Schematic and quill. We break this, place this here, and we get all... Oh, we didn't do the input. Dang you. Really? You broke all of it? Why? Why do you do this to me? Come on. Okay. So it comes here. It broke all of my filters. Annoying. Precision mechanism. Boop. And we need this guy here. And we need that dumb filter, which I threw away because I thought I wouldn't need it. Filter. List filter. Boop. This. Deny. Boop. Okay, I think that's good. And then we need to do... So here it comes there. We just need a barrel. Like this. Like this. And then... Andesite funnel. I think that's right, because andesite funnels only have one direction. I think. No, they don't. They have multiple directions. Is this good? Yeah, it looks like it is. Okay. There. I think that is what we can schematic. Have you ever used vaults? I have not. But I think they're expensive, is why I didn't want to. Oh, they're not. Ponder. Can be used to store large things of items. However, contents cannot be added or taken manually. They have to be with the machine. Would there be any benefit to using them? Or just the fact that you can connect anything and pull anything out? That looks good. Precision. Schematic. They store a lot. Yeah, that I can see as doing like a big buffer for factories, but I don't... In this instance, I'm not going to be making a lot of stuff that needs to be stored. This is a long one. Rotate. Control. Where's the input? Input is here. Boop. So we'll do this. Boom, 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 boom. And then this. Move it this way. Boop, 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 boop. And we might be able to get away with pinching it in real close. Like this. Boop. Yeah, that doesn't... Wait. No, we want it to be here, if possible, which we can't do because these belts are conflicting. Which actually wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter if we connect them here. Hold on, is that touching anything else that it's not supposed to? I don't think so. So we're going to do... Ooh, is it going to paste the air? I hope it doesn't. Ooh, that was a close one. Spit out my list filter, of course. Put it right here. Boop. Did it keep the precision mechanism? It did not. It rotated it. So we're going to grab this and put it here. And as for this, we just... Okay, so you got to break this one. This one's supposed to go like this. And then we just... Oh, we don't even need that. Because that's spinning there. Can you move it to right spot? Dun, 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 dun. What do you mean? It is in the right spot, isn't it? Oh my gosh, did I put it in the wrong spot? I did! I put it in the wrong spot. It was fine before. Undo, undo. Oops! I accidentally just broke that. My bad. Break this, and this, and these, and this. Okay, now let's place it again. Because I had the barrel was not in the right spot. So now we pull it back one. Now the barrel is lined up, and we just scooch it in twice like that. And then that's good. And it can even go under. Can it go under? No, it can't. It's touching. But that should be good. Boop. It spit out the filter again. Onto the line. It's not safe. Precision mechanism goes here. Then to power it... Did I... What are the point of these? Oh, it was to rotate the thing? Yeah, what's the point of this? I don't think there is a point. You just need to hook it up. With a shaft. Boop. 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 Hello? Why aren't you... Are you not real? Huh? What? This belt. I can't connect to it. I can connect to that one, but I can't connect to these. Let me try relogging real quick. That doesn't seem like it's a feature. It seems like a bug. Oh, it's because it's not spinning. Because I broke the thing that makes it spin. Because this was a belt like this. There we go. Now it's spinning. Okay, and then I can do this. Just a little bit cursed. There we go. Everything is spinning in the right direction too. Wait, this isn't spinning. Why are you not spinning? For some reason, the schematic did not save a lot of stuff, but we're fine. That is that one done. And we can fill it in. Grab our sign. Precision mech. Grab our stairs. How are we doing on this? It's quite a bit more stress, but we got this done. So we have everything basically done. Oh, the only thing we don't have is andesite casings. Andesite casings need to be automated. And brass casings, andesite and brass casings. So I don't like stripping the wood myself. But then, once that's done, that's pretty much everything. I'm not going to do that today. I'll pick that up for another day because I think that's all. We're just over 3 hours, so I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you, Scarl, for all of your assistance. You helped keep this design compact, which is very good. Especially the mixer stuff. That was a good addition. I'll probably have to go through and do a little more optimizing now that it's all, or once it's all put together, but for the most part, it's doing what I want it to do, which is good. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Imagine I just light a nuke right here, blow up all the progress. I wouldn't do that. Or would I?